It began like any other quiet night, with the steady patter of rain on the roof and a lukewarm coffee by my side. The old police station was empty except for me. The clock ticked past 11:47 p.m. I was just about ready to call it a day, pack up my things, and head home when the phone rang. One sharp, lonely ring, followed by another. It cut through the quiet like a blade. I picked it up. Sheriff's Office, Harris speaking. For a moment, there was nothing but silence. Then, a whisper. A woman's voice, shaking and weak. "He's here," she said. "In my house. Please, you have to help me." My heart rate picked up. I grabbed a pen. "Ma'am, what's your address?" She barely got the words out. "Old Mill Road, number 13. Then, a crackle of static, and the line went dead. I tried calling back immediately. No answer. Tried again. Nothing. A cold knot formed in my stomach. I didn't hesitate. I grabbed my gun, my heavy-duty flashlight, and the keys to the patrol car, then stepped out into the pouring rain. The drive out there was maybe 10 minutes, but it felt like an hour. Her voice echoed in my head, over and over. "He's here." The words were laced with a terror I'd rarely heard in all my years on the force. When I turned onto Old Mill Road, it was like driving into a void, pitch black, no streetlights, no other cars, just the rhythmic thump of my windshield wipers and the low hum of the engine. Number 13 was easy to find. It was the last house on the road, a dark silhouette against the stormy sky. 2 stories, windows boarded up like blind eyes, a front porch sagging under its own weight. This place looked like it had been abandoned for decades. I tried radioing dispatch to let them know my location. "Dispatch, this is Harris. I'm at 13 Old Mill Road, investigating a distress call." Nothing but static hissed back at me. No answer. Seemed like I was on my own tonight. I walked up to the house, my hand resting on my sidearm. The front door creaked open with just a slight push. No effort at all. The air inside was thick, smelling of damp wood, dust, and decay. "Police," I called out, my voice swallowed by the cavernous space. No answer, just the sound of my own boots on the floorboards, each step complaining loudly under my weight. My flashlight beam sliced through the darkness, illuminating a living room frozen in time. Old furniture was draped in white sheets, like ghosts waiting in a parlor. My light landed on a family photo hanging crookedly on the wall. A woman and 2 small children. But their faces were scratched out with deep, angry gouges. A shiver ran down my spine. That's when I heard it. A distinct sound from above. Footsteps, slow, deliberate. My training kicked in. I drew my weapon, the cold metal a small comfort in my hand. "Police, show yourself," I shouted, my voice firm despite the fear creeping in. Silence, then more creaking. The sound of someone moving around upstairs. I made my way to the staircase. It groaned under my feet, each step echoing through the house, somehow louder than the storm raging outside. As I climbed, the air grew colder. I could see my own breath fogging in the beam of my flashlight. At the top of the stairs, a single door stood ajar. A faint, flickering light pulsed from within. I pushed the door open slowly, my gun leading the way. It was a bedroom, empty. The wallpaper was peeling off in long, curling strips. The bed was just a bare mattress covered in a thick layer of dust. And there, on the nightstand, sat an old, rotary-style telephone. As I stared at it, it rang. The sudden noise made me jump. my heart hammering against my ribs. My hand was shaking as I reached for the receiver. "Sheriff's office," I said, my voice barely a whisper. "Who is this?" It was the same woman's voice from before, but this time it was calm, eerily calm, almost resigned. "You came too late," she said. I froze, the cold from the room seeping into my bones. "Where are you? Ma'am, tell me where you are." Her voice was clear, right in my ear. "Behind you." I spun around so fast I nearly lost my balance. There was nothing there, just an empty, dark doorway. And in that exact moment, my flashlight died, plunged into absolute, suffocating darkness. I could hear breathing. It wasn't mine. It was slow, close, and had a wet, gurgling quality to it. "Stay where you are," I shouted into the blackness, my voice cracking. No answer. Then, the faint light from the hallway downstairs began to fade, as if a large shadow was slowly blocking it out. I raised my gun towards the doorway, my knuckles white. "Show me your hands." The breathing got louder, closer. I couldn't wait any longer. I fired one shot. The explosion was deafening, the muzzle flash a brilliant, blinding white that burned an afterimage into my vision. Then, complete silence. When my vision cleared, I was on the floor. My flashlight was next to me, working again. The phone was off the hook, emitting a low dial tone. There was no one there. I frantically scanned the room for any sign of an intruder, for blood, for a bullet hole in the wall. There was nothing, no body, no damage, just the lingering smell of gunpowder and smoke. And then, the phone started ringing again. I didn't stay to answer it. I scrambled to my feet and ran. I ran out of that room, down those creaking stairs, and out the front door into the rain. I didn't look back. I just drove, my tires spinning in the mud as I peeled away from that cursed house. The next morning, I tried to file my report. The new kid on duty, Miller, was at the desk. He looked pale, haunted. He told me he'd also gotten a call during the night shift. A woman's voice. The same words, "He's here." In my house, the same address. Old Mill Road, number 13. I tried to brush it off, telling him it was probably just some elaborate prank. But he said he went out there anyway. When he came back, he was different. He wouldn't talk about what he saw. He just packed his things and left his shift early. Later that day, I sent one of the senior deputies to check out the property one last time, just to be sure. He reported back that the house was completely empty. No furniture, no peeling wallpaper, no phone. The place was a vacant, derelict shell. But he did find something new on the wall inside. 2 photographs. One of the woman from the picture I saw, and one of me. Both of our faces had been violently scratched out. So now, as night falls, I can't help but wonder. The phone in this station is quiet for now. But what would you do if it rang tonight? What would you do if she whispered your name? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe out there.